Hey gamers, Gecko here. Just as I thought I was going to be running out of new stuff to talk about, Arc System Works decided to show something new at Anime Expo. They did a big panel last year about Lucy while talking about like Cyberpunk and working with CD Projekt Red and stuff like that. This year, I don't think it was streamed, so I didn't get to see anything live, but there was an announcement on the official Twitter talking about an announcement that Ken made while at Anime Expo. And that is that the next Guilty Gear Strive character is going to be another guest character. A lot of people aren't really surprised about the fact that it's going to be a guest character. This is the kind of thing where, like, once you do it once, it's just kind of expected that you will do it again. Sort of like opening the floodgates. Lucy from Cyberpunk meant that literally anyone could get in. So people were just like, alright, what's the next guest character going to be? The big surprise to me, and to a lot of other people, is the fact that it's not the final character, it's going to be the next one. Considering the timeline that they've given us for Season 5, they have said that this character is coming out in winter, which is the next character slot. Yes, it is going to take that long. So this puts a couple of wrenches in my thoughts on what the character roster is going to look like going forward, but it does mean that we get to do one of my favorite things when it comes to Strive. Speculate wildly. Just absolute shotgun blast at the wall. Just guess, whatever. It doesn't matter. There's really not a lot to go on with this image. The question mark that they've given us this time is the one that they use in basically just the Guilty Gear font. I know, because I've used the Guilty Gear font a lot. And considering that there's, like, basically nothing to really go off of on this, people are fixated on the only thing that is slightly unique to this image, being the font. The font itself is nothing too crazy, but it's a little bit more sleek than the kind of things we expect from Guilty Gear Strive. As you could probably tell by the logo and the giant fuck off question mark, we're not really used to this sort of more professional looking thing. So people have decided to take it upon themselves to look around and see if there's any kind of font that matches this that might hint towards what it is. The first thought that a lot of people actually had was Granblue, which kind of makes sense if there's going to be a crossover for something that isn't an already established Arxis IP. Granblue and anything Cygames related would probably be a safe bet, considering that they've worked together very closely in the past. The relationship between Arxis and Cygames right now is actually a little bit unknown, considering that Granblue Fantasy vs. Rising has been taken off of the Arxis World Tour, but I don't really think that that's a necessary indicator that they're not going to work together. And this does kind of bring a reminiscent about the Switch 2 announcement that they just made. Who really knows? I personally think it's a little bit of cope that it's gonna be Granblue, just because the timeline doesn't necessarily check out. And also, I personally would be a little bit disappointed if it ended up being a Granblue character, just because we already have a fighting game full of those, and I would kind of rather see another game represented. And if it's gonna be a Cygames game that's represented, Uma Musume is right there, bro. Put Haru in the game. Put Goldship in the game. You know what I'm saying? Put the silly horses in. It'd be funny. It would be funny. Cygames does like to spread their IPs around and do a bunch of crazy things with them, so we will have to see. There is another bit of cope, though. And this one's a little bit more personal. This one, when I saw someone point it out, resonated inside me. Like someone struck a gong. I felt myself harmonize. My soul, which has been in twain for a while, suddenly felt like it was fusing back together as two of my most powerful interests potentially had the chance to fuse. This is massive cope. But when I look at this text, I think of the newest teaser for Final Fantasy XIV. If you don't know, Final Fantasy XIV is getting a massive expansion in January, which counts as winter 2026, kind of, which is called Evercold. The theming that they're using for it is blues and grays, And the teaser font that they said for Final Fantasy XIV was this kind of gradient. And, like, I just spent 3 hours looking at, like, a gold version of something that kind of looks like this font, so fucking maybe. The more I think about it, the more I do think this is cope. Final Fantasy crosses over with absolutely massive brands. The Alliance Raid series for Final Fantasy XIV this year is Evangelion. Tifa Lockhart is getting put into Street Fighter 6. It's just a bit too out there. In my opinion, it's a bit too much. Square Enix is just a bit of a tier above Arc System Works, you know? And I'm not saying, like, oh, they wouldn't be down to go and play in the muck a little bit, but it's just a little... It's a little too far for my imagination. Oh, but they're making Tokon now. Yeah, but, like, that's mostly because of Sony. Like, it's just a bit too much. I really want it to be 14. Fucking Ardbert would go crazy in this game, bro. Like, yes, I would want Ardbert. I'd want a fucking warrior, and I know Wuklamart's not getting in. So I don't give a fuck. Oh, I want a Stydian. You want a bomb? Sorry. I want Grahatia. Shut the fuck up. I do think a take on the Warrior of Light would be really cool. Mostly so I could have the ability to make Gwen. But besides that, it just doesn't ring right with me the more I think about it. It would be really cool. It would be really cool. It's just a little too much. A little too much for me. Then again, we do have Cyberpunk. Nothing's off the table. And before we go into, like, the absolute crackpot, just the absolute, I'm just throwing shit at a wall and seeing what sticks, there's one more where I'm like, if it was gonna be a guest character, I really want it to be this one. I have said for years, I mean years at this point, that I have wanted Ragnar in Strive. I know it's not, like, the biggest take, especially for people who actually like BlazBlue. Man, I bet he would go fucking sick in this game. I bet he would look fucking amazing. With Arxis revisiting BlazBlue as a property and seemingly Mori, like, talking to the development team a little bit more, it's not impossible. I don't know if they would make this big teaser for it at Anime Expo, but God, I hope it happens. Like, I really want it to be BlazBlue. I don't think it is going to be BlazBlue. Just because, like, having this type of vague as fuck announcement at Anime Expo, which is basically just, like, everything anime related, doesn't seem as impactful. I don't know. It felt like if you set this up for people who don't really know Guilty Gear, it wouldn't be as interesting. It'd be much more interesting for people who are already really in the weeds with Arxis. But, like, fuck, man, I want Ragnar. Fuck, man, it would be so cool. It would be so cool. If I'm gonna be honest, though, I feel like we're gonna have no fucking idea what this is. There's a trend that I've noticed that some IPs are kind of just like, for lack of a better term, a little bit slutty. They just kind of give themselves out to whoever is willing to do things. So I'm placing my bet right now. This is Ava. My bet right now is that this is Evangelion. That, or it's Godzilla. It's one of those two. If Sonic can fucking get Ava in a racing game, we can get Evangelion in a fighting game. I do not know how it would work. Do not ask me. I don't know shit about Ava. I don't know a fucking thing. That's my bet, though. That's my bet. Put the house on it. I'm going homeless again. I need to look up what, like, the popular anime are right now. Chainsaw Man. It's gonna be Denji. That's 100%, 1000%. No, it's not gonna be Denji. It's gonna be Rize, because Rize fucking brought so many people to Chainsaw Man. If she's gonna be in the game, it's gonna be awesome. And she gets to have a happy ending this time. Popular anime airing now. What's the top anime right now? Steel Ball Run! It's gonna be Steel Ball Run! It's gonna be him himself, Mr. Steel Ball Run! I don't know shit about JoJo. Chikawa? It's gonna be that fuck from Chikawa who shakes his ass. It's gonna be that guy. One Piece. Bro, I don't know any of them. I'm so disconnected with anime. What the fuck are any of these, bro? Fucking, I don't care. Gurren Lagann. Fuck it. Add Simone. Add the fucking Lagann. Add the Lagann, bro. I want a super where I hit you with the fucking drill that can pierce the heavens, and it'll be fucking awesome. Deadlock. Get Drifter in the game. He just starts eating people. They just disappear off your fucking, like, character select if you lose. Fuck, I don't know. It could be anyone. What do you guys think? I'm sure later in the week we'll have a stream. Well, next week at this point, because things have been a little bit funky. Next week at this point, we'll have a stream where we just make up dumb shit. That's gonna be the new crossover character. Let me know your realistic and absolutely absurd guesses in the comment section down below. Thank you all for watching. I'll hopefully see you all next time. Bye-bye! It better be fucking Ragnar, bro.